Libra, it's your girl Maris, the Big Body Prince. Run, tell them. The Big Body High Priestess. Somebody come see this. I popped in to check in on you real quick. I just wanted to see what's good. See what your triggers are at this time. Who's triggering you? What's triggering you at this time? You know, I feel like a really big one. A really, really, really big one for you is people not thinking that you are who you say you are. People thinking you're some type of catfish, or people thinking that you're some type of fraud, fake, you're a liar. You're always lying ass Libra. Something about this. You thinking that someone's, you thinking people thinking that you're always lying. It's a trigger for you. You know, that you're not genuine. You're not really who you say you are. You're not a good person. You know, something about feeling like you get a really bad rep for whatever reason, or you're really misunderstood. People always misconstrue your motives. People think that you up to no good somehow. I don't even know. You get really triggered when people think you're supposed to be some type of fucking role model. People holding you to a certain standard that they don't even hold themselves. People expecting you to be perfect in a way that they know that they're not perfect. They don't expect themselves to be perfect, but they look at you this way. You get really triggered, as if, you know, it's dehumanizing somehow. People don't even look at you or treat you as if you're a person. People don't, you get really triggered when people dehumanize you, you know? Try to take ownership of you somehow. Feel really entitled to you. You're mine. You belong to me. You're my good luck charm. I'm not your fucking good luck charm. I'm a person. You're my meal ticket. You giving someone instant access. You giving someone instant cool points. Shit's a trigger. People using you for what they could use you for, what they're not genuinely fucking with you. It's a trigger. You being so kind, having so much to offer, wanting everyone to be happy, wanting to do right by everybody. People just be in it for themselves, thinking about themselves. Let's pray. Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, spirit guides, spirit animals, source God, universe, please allow me to tap in with my Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node to see what messages you have for them in regards to their triggers at this time. Please protect this space from any negative energy, to only allow energies of love and light to enter. Ashe, thank you, Spirit. You know, for some of you, it's so hard for you to find love, for people to like you for who you really are. You could be really people think that you could work in a field that's really taboo somehow, or people expect you to be a player somehow, like, or people expect you to be really fucking shallow. Meanwhile, you really deep. You know, you could be a music artist, you know, a DJ. They fucking expect you to cheat. They expect you to be a liar. They expect you to be on some messy fuckboy shit. You could be a model. They expect you not to be deep. They expect you to be an airhead or whatever. I'm being super stereotypical right now, and I don't want to offend anybody, but it's this. Literally, you know. You could be a woman MC. They don't believe that you write your own raps. You know what I'm saying? You could be, yo, like, people, you know, you could be really, really well known, really well respected. You could have a lot of money somehow, or do really well for yourself, have a certain level of status, and people just want to get next to you so that they can get your connections, so that they can use you somehow for your generosity, for your name, come up off of you. And it makes for so many, it's made for a history of so many inauthentic connections, and it's made you so it has made you so weary of a lot of people, you know, has made it hard for you to open up to a lot of people, to trust a lot of people. And so I also feel like you're a real one, or you're really down to earth, you're really genuine, if people would just talk to you, they would just see that. Like your actions and your deeds, people judge you. That's what I was saying. Something about being really taboo though. You could be a tarot reader. People think that you fucking, evil, you wicked somehow, or you're gonna do them wrong, you're gonna cheat on them, you're going to destroy their life somehow. People thinking that, your history defines you. You could be, you a stripper, so you're a hoe, you fucking everybody. Meanwhile, you may not be at all fucking anybody. You could be celibate and be a fucking stripper. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. You don't know people's lives. It's that energy. Like, yo, if I said this is what I am, who I am, or this is what I'm doing, believe me. People not believing you. People acting as if you have a reason to lie to them or a reason to front. If you get really triggered by people thinking that you're a fraud, you don't want nobody thinking that you're a fraud. You do your best to be as authentic as possible, and it backfires on you anyway, or people don't believe you anyway. I feel like you're really solid. I feel like you're really solid in who you are. You're really grounded in who you are. I know who I am, but so then, then you need not get so triggered. You really need to ask yourself why you get so triggered by other people's perceptions of you. Why do you care so much? Having to take a really, right, there's some things to transform. It could be somebody specifically, somebody in particular. This Scorpio popped out. It may not be for everybody or with everybody, but I feel like you get really triggered in a way that you shouldn't. Right, transformation with the light. Like, let this be something that, let this, if this is something that is resonating with you, let it be something that you recognize about yourself, and then work towards transforming, work towards changing. While I feel like it's funny, some of the readings, people are triggered. Some of the readings and some of the signs, they're triggering others at this time. And I feel like here you are, me and you are having a conversation about your triggers, and it's like, fuck, this could be a trigger. I could look at this. I could stand to heal this. It feels like from a very spiritually evolved place, a place of surrender, conflict, and defeat in reverse. I'm not tussling with spirit. Patience and planning at the bottom of the deck. When you get triggered this way, you don't tussle with the divine. You don't tussle with the trigger. You honor it, and then you focus on how you can fix it. Root chakra, you get to the root of it, the root of your triggers. Oof. Come through. Come through. Come through. What I don't like is this suffering in silence, though. What I don't like is this suffering in silence. I feel like you are genuinely working on yourself, transforming yourself. I feel like looking at your triggers. When you get really triggered, I feel like you deal with it alone. You don't really seek to find a solid support system. That needs to be looked at. You could look at that's root chakra shit too, because you got to feel safe to seek support. You got to feel safe to seek assistance, to tell people what's going on with you, how you feel. I feel like there is a really big thing about you feeling really successful but really alone. Still really like you need someone. You want someone to match you. You want a partner. Like, that solitude ain't it. The solitude ain't it. Being alone ain't it. Temporarily, for the day, for a few hours, it's really hard for you to break old cycles. It's really hard for you to see that you're the only thing getting in your own way. It's really hard for you to bridge gaps when you feel really disconnected from people. I feel like you want to bridge the gap. There's a gap between you. There's a gap between you and the Scorpio. You're suffering in silence about being disconnected from someone that you feel like you have a spiritual union with. It could fucking be really triggered. It could be triggering your abandonment issues. It could be triggering the parts of you that doesn't feel safe to be authentic, to let your guard down, or you're triggering this in this person. One of you in this connection doesn't feel safe to let your guard down, to let someone in, to be in receptive mode, to receive. But I also feel like you're so aware of the spiritual transformation that you need to go through in one way or another, or you make someone else aware of theirs, and it incites this change in material harvest, and then material and spiritual prosperity is out here in reverse, with the intuition out here in reverse, because you may not be able to see this coming or see this happening, but it feels like a level up. It feels like spiritual ascension and looking at your fucking triggers, and it's really beautiful. I didn't really pull any tarot for you, but I love that. The Lovers is getting you balanced out. It's getting you leveled up. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini, but I'm really not even feeling this energy for real. This feels like happening within you. I also feel like if you want to transform a connection between someone else or bridge a gap, you end up doing this by starting with doing this internal work out here, looking at why you're triggered about something, or getting to the root cause, getting into the habit of practicing, getting to the root cause of the things that make you feel uncomfortable in the moment, instead of, so that you can respond instead of reacting. Anyway, I love you. It's your girl, Mercy, the Big Body Benz. Run till down, the Big Body High Priestess. Somebody come see this. Peace.